I believe this will happen soon. So you wake up one morning, all the security controls you've relied on in your SOC team for years are suddenly obsolete. The static IOCs, the signature-based detection, the hash matching, locked IP lists, all gone. Welcome to the age of AI worms, AI-generated malware, context-aware phishing, and exploit chains that are created and assembled in real time by machine-speed hackers. And let me tell you, this is not scientific fiction. That's 2026 knocking on your SOC door. In this video, I will walk you through why the traditional SOC model is about to fail and how can you start pivoting before it actually does. The scary thing here is we're no longer dealing with AI-generated code. For starters, AI-generated code is where AI writes malware once and the binary stays static. Right now, we're dealing with something that's more advanced. We're facing AI-native malware, where malicious actors and hackers embed AI logic at runtime, not just only when writing the code. Let's go back to 2024, technically last year. Remember the so-called worm dubbed as Morris 2? This is not a traditional binary worm that replicates via buffer overflows or copy and paste. Instead, Morris 2 exploits chains of generative AI prompt execution. Here, hackers send a malicious prompt to an AI-powered email assistant, let's say. The assistant executes the prompt, replies with a payload that re-includes the prompt, and then, or when, the next AI assistant reads it, the cycle repeats. So here, semantics and not binaries are reproducing across systems. This means that your typical EDR tools that rely on hash matching, static signatures, or even non-IOCs will be blind. They simply won't see the malicious code because to them, all they see is legitimate-looking AI-driven text. But let me tell you something here. There is more. Hackers are no longer just writing malware by hand. They're using fine-tuned large language models, like, for example, WormGPT, FraudGPT, or other custom LLM variants. These variants, or these, let me call it rogue GPTs, they are trained on exploit code, proof of concepts, and writing effective phishing emails. So basically, these models generate polymorphic payloads, making tools such as, or pattern matching tools such as Yara or type detection almost useless. As you can see, hackers are getting smarter, faster, and they adjust with every attempt. So if your SOC is still using 2015 or maybe even 2020, 2023 style detection, I'm afraid that you're going to lose this upcoming war. For example, static hash matching may still work up to these days. However, against AI-driven threats, it becomes useless. Why? Because in AI-driven threats or AI malware, every download of the code is different. This is called polymorphism. Let's talk about another tactic, which is IP or domain blacklists. This tactic still works if the C2 uses the same infrastructure. However, recently hackers are using what is called as domain generation algorithms that creates or generates domains with unique rotating domains even per victim or per attack. So basically, your blacklist will become useless. Another tactic SOC teams use is grammar-based phishing detection or spam filters. Well, still works to catch broken English and generic emails. However, against AI-driven threats or AI malwares, it fails because AI crafts perfect context-aware spear phishing, referencing real victim information. Another tactic SOC teams use is the Yara or static signature rules. Well, it still works against known patterns. However, against AI malwares, well, it may not work because malware here is restructured, the syntax and CFG changed every time. And here comes my message. If your SOC team still leans heavily on these mechanisms, IOCs, blacklist, signature detection, well, you might as well be wearing blindfolds because you see, in a world of adaptive AI threats, that defense model is officially dead or might be officially dead later. So what is the next generation strategy for SOC teams against these AI threats? So basically, well, first, maybe you need to consider fighting these AI malwares with AI rules. Take a look at this scenario. A marketing intern, let's say, starting to run PowerShell to query Active Directory. If you discover this event on their machine, this should raise immediate red flags. Even if the script hash appears clean, the activity is not. Additionally, there is the problem of Tier 1 alert triage. You might need to let AI handle this as well. So, for example, you may need to automatically enrich alerts, correlate logs, add context, and escalate only when the confidence score is ambiguous. You do not have Basically, we don't have enough analysts to triage at a human speed. However, AI does. So this strategy might also be effective to fight AI threats. Now, here's a question. What if your company or organization allows the use of generative AI, such as AI email assistants or whatever? So what you need to do here to prevent AI attacks, well, is deploying what is called as LLM firewall, which is a filtering layer that inspects inputs to catch prompt injection attacks and inspects outputs as well to prevent sensitive data leakage or unauthorized execution. So at the end, if you want your SOC to survive, you've got to evolve and change your strategies, because in 2026, I believe there will be less and less of XSS and SQL attacks and more of AI-driven attacks. If you're serious about leveling up your cybersecurity career, don't wait, check out my coaching programs below in the video description. I will help you build a customized learning roadmap, fix your weak spots, and accelerate your progress.